Are we ready?
Yep.
Hey everybody, and welcome to another awesome episode of Question Your Perception. As always, I am Matthew Taylor of the Freedom Paradox.
I am Scott Marshall of the Oath Accountability Project.
And I'm Bill Godin.
So, guys, how has your week been? Bill, let's start with you.
Absolutely wonderful. Had a good weekend. Week's okay, but weekend was great.
How about them Broncos?
Broncos are great. Who's missing Peyton now?
Right?
So far.
So, Scott, how about you?
I had a pretty good week, you know. I went to court.
Oh?
Yeah, I went to court. That was really fun.
Tell us about that.
Well, it was kind of a shitty situation because all I was doing was standing up for my rights. The cop had all my information, and I'm stuttering a little bit. The cop had all of my information,
Okay.
and yet he still sends me a citation saying that I didn't follow directions. I didn't give him my information. When he wrote it down. How else was he able to send me a citation?
Isn't that crazy?
And the funny thing about Pennsylvania is you don't have to sign the tickets, so they can just send them to you at any point. They can just send them to you. I don't know if you guys are familiar with other states, but they make you sign so you know that you're getting a ticket. You're getting cited on the spot. In Pennsylvania, they can charge you all after the fact, after they go home and think about it, and think about all the shit that you fucked up that they could write you on.
Nah, I'm not familiar with that. I'm a goody two-shoes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's definitely a big pain in the ass.
Hanging out with you guys, yeah.
So I'm in there, and immediately the cop comes in and he starts asking me if I brought any lawyers with me. Like, I'm sitting in the waiting. It's like, do you know me? What? Do you know who I am? Anyways,
I'm gonna guess the answer is no.
I guess he does now. He claimed in court that he had seen my videos, that I had uploaded them to social media, which I had. So, you know, I guess he found my YouTube channel and wasn't too impressed. Officer Farva. This dude looked just like Farva from Super Troopers. Okay? But my court, anyways, I'm scheduled for 9 a.m. Okay? I get in there, and I'm sitting there till 9:40, and the judge walks in, and everybody in the office says, "Good morning." 2 other people had already shown up for theirs. So he had not only pushed my day back, but also 2 other people before he even showed up.
That's crazy.
And no apology, no nothing. I mean,
They don't have to apologize. They're in charge.
Yeah, yep. I couldn't even help myself. I had to, you know, under my breath say, you know, nice of you to join us.
Yeah.
I wonder what happens if you say that not under your breath.
I'm pretty sure he heard me anyways, but...
Well, I'm glad he did.
It's kind of a jackass move, actually.
Which one?
The whole not showing up.
Well,
oh,
yeah.
Absolutely. If I was late or if I missed my date, you know, with it happened to me, I'd get an arrest warrant.
Oh, yeah. That's... those double standards. That's exactly what it is. It's those double standards.
Yeah, and those of you guys watching the show right now, we're actually, we actually have this cool green screen thing set up. I don't know if you guys can see that, but all this back here is green. We just couldn't figure out how to put a picture on it before we went live.
But we'll be there by next week. Next week we'll figure out how to put something there.
Yeah, but this is green. Check these out. These are also green.
Are they?
They are. They're green in real life, but they're black on the screen.
That's awesome.
Pretty cool.
That is wild. Like
I didn't bring any props with me today.
Like bright green.
Hold on, my phone is green too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. Enough playing around with the green screen.
We were excited with it. So, anyways,
well, let me finish. I got found guilty,
of
and but in being found guilty, I made the cop look really stupid. He starts bringing in Webster's dictionaries and stuff, and I'm like, dude, the word is defined in the law. I don't know why you're bringing in this irrelevant stuff. And even the judge was like, Mr. Marshall is right. The word is defined in the law, and that's usually the one that we tend to go with.
So
And right after he finds you right, he hands down the fine.
Yes, yeah.
sorry about that. Remember, everybody watching live, we have our we are in the chat room. If you've got something you want us to talk about, or you just want to comment on what we're saying, you can go ahead and drop a comment there. We are paying attention to it.
Yeah. So, Matt, what about your... Did you tell us about your week? I think your cigarette went out, by the way.
It's kind of being really dumb. Anyways, my week was just a lot of work. Just a lot of work. Not really anything fun. Just,
Really?
just
Nothing?
work. No, nothing really
Wow.
great.
You work entirely too much.
Yeah, it was the bye week for the Eagles.
Oh, okay.
So I had no game to watch. So I just put in some OT. So
Wow. No, sorry, sir. I can't work today. We got the Eagles game on.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I know that we had a couple topics that we wanted to talk about. I know title of today's show is Turd Sandwich versus
Okay, so the
Yeah.
the debate.
yeah.
I think for these debates, we need some sort of what you would call in scientific research a control, which is a normal fucking person to stand there and be like, what?
What?
And let's be clear, Lester Holt is not that
Yeah,
normal person.
No. Did you see some of the stuff coming out where it looked like Hillary was giving signs and shit
Oh,
to
yeah,
Lester?
yeah.
Oh man, what was the thing that she was wearing on her back? Like
I was hoping it was a just kick me sign, but I
like there's a lot of stuff going on there, so it was definitely interesting to watch. We have a question from Kevin Joachim. He wants to know if the third parties are any better than Turd Sandwich.
If I could take this.
Yeah, go nuts.
Now, while traditional libertarians are finding real issues with Gary Johnson, I think Gary Johnson is an adequate candidate. I don't 100% agree with him on everything that he says.
I'm not a big fan of how he doesn't have a problem with the TPP.
Yeah.
That really kind of bothers the shit out of me.
Yeah, but, you know...
well, I mean, no candidate is going to be 100% foolproof.
That is
Yeah.
very true.
I mean, I keep hearing this, vote for the lesser evil. I can't vote for evil at all.
Oh.
But
another good candidate to look into is Jill Stein. I think Jill Stein has got a pretty good backbone. She even got an arrest warrant because she
I like
was
that
at
fact.
the
Yeah.
Dakota Pipeline. You know.
yeah, a little bit of regularity to an actual candidate.
Yeah, you know, somebody that's not afraid to go out there and get their hands dirty. You know.
I mean, as long as it wasn't a PR stunt.
I would
which-
say it probably was about half and half. But
Good 50-50.
when you're running for president, what isn't a PR stunt?
I guess.
So.
True story.
So, you know, Gary Johnson, if you look at the numbers, he's running a little higher than she is, but they're both still viable candidates, and I think we should really let them into the debates, because that would have been a great, counter narrative to this left-right paradigm that we're so used to.
And right now, the two of them are so left and so right. I mean, it is absolutely ridiculous.
Well,
Well,
it's
they
just like-
are, but at the same time, they meet up so often in the middle.
Well, I see.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
'Cause
it's not even centrist where they meet, though. I mean, I think
they're
it's
both
kind of like,
cheeks of the same ass.
I think it's kind of a
Best
full
way to
circle
put it.
thing where they're coming around the backside. They're not meeting in the middle. They're coming around the backside. They're so far polar opposites that when they do meet, I think it's just, it's not that centrist view where you kind of would expect it to
So
be.
where do we draw the line, though, of bringing in third party? Because eventually then people are going to start asking, well, what about, like, the Vermin Supreme? Do you know who he is?
No.
Vermin
Okay.
Supreme.
The Vermin Supreme is a pretty interesting character. I know he picked Ted Cruz to really kind of harass during the campaign. Now, he runs under a platform of ponies for everybody.
Also, mandatory toothbrushing.
Yes, mandatory toothbrushes.
I like that.
Yes, I think that is a great idea,
So
by the way.
ponies for everybody, mandatory toothbrushes.
Oh,
and
big
But
with ponies, too?
he also likes to wear a nice rubber boot on his head.
Oh.
it's like a galosh. It kind of flops around.
Yeah,
He wears it nicely though, and he carries around a giant wooden toothbrush.
I'm going home to YouTube Vermin Supreme.
Yeah,
You should. There's
You
some good
really
some-
should. And sometimes he says some pretty profound things.
Yeah.
Now, whether it be useful, profound, I don't know, but
Now,
profound nonetheless.
so here's my question: if we're allowing third party, where do we draw the line?
Why draw the line?
Why draw a line?
Yeah, why? Well,
Why
because
draw the line?
Well,
do you
because
have any idea how
80,000
ridiculously easy it is to run for president?
Actually, it's not easy at all.
You go and you fill out a form, and then you're
You know what's
a candidate, I
a
think.
2-page? It's not even a 2-page form.
Right, but you have to be on the national ballot. You have to go through all kinds of
Oh, yeah.
hurdles to get there.
I mean, true, true, but at what point do you lose that right to be able to vote if we're allowing everybody in, or not vote, but to be a part of the debate?
But the part of the debate is probably where you're gonna.
Like what are the numbers that we should have that makes them a viable candidate to allow their words to be heard?
Whose numbers though?
Right.
Because the mainstream media currently controls that whole
Debacle.
Right.
and Gary Johnson is going to be on the ballot in all 50 states.
Right.
If I had to lean towards one candidate or another, I would probably go with Gary Johnson. I would have voted for Ron Paul back in the day.
Me too.
But
I'm not. I just the two people that are there. I can't do it.
No.
I mean, I realistically, Donald Trump.
Is a jackass.
Yeah, but he says sometimes what we think, like normal people think sometimes, but that's like how we want to react to something. But he is the biggest. Blowhard. I can't back the man.
No, if he says what everybody wants to say after they've had a 6-pack
Sure.
and it's been a real shitty night.
Right.
That's when you start saying some of the stuff that he says. And then Hillary
And
Clinton.
he's sober.
And Hillary Clinton, on the other hand, I don't think she's any better because any and everything that comes out of her mouth is just, you can turn around and find it.
It's scripted.
Well, it's scripted.
beyond.
It's scripted by a bunch of idiots because they can't even fact check themselves and realize, oh shit, she said the exact opposite of this 2
Right.
years ago.
Exactly.
So-
Well, this lady ran for president not more than 8 years ago and was bashing the person that's backing her now.
Yeah, well, he was
I-
bashing the hell out of her too.
Oh, right. It was good stuff. It's good TV, but you can't.
Celebrity Deathmatch.
Right.
That's what it reminded me of.
Yeah.
This time around, this is like the
This is
pay-per-view.
even better,
Oh
yeah.
my god, yeah. This is why I wish Celebrity Deathmatch never went away. This is the
Donald
kind
Trump,
of
Hillary
stuff.
Clinton.
Oh my god, yeah.
I'd watch that.
I would too.
it just seemed like the debate was trying to prove each other more racist than the other one. Like, well, Hillary did this racist thing. Well, Donald did this racist thing.
Who's the bigger threat to our national security? She deleted
China.
70,000 emails. Blah blah.
And I don't
blah,
know.
blah.
Hillary's just a little smug for my taste. Like she'd say something
Do
a
you
little
realize-
quick-witted and then go.
Do you realize though in the
Did you
in
see
one
that
of her
movie?
I not see it, but I'm
in one of her responses she actually gave herself credit
for doing that.
for the Benghazi. For Benghazi.
Oh, for Benghazi.
And being able to stand up against the trials and her testimony and how she has stamina because she was able to do that for 16 hours.
Did anybody else get really angry when she mentioned that there was a bunch of non-violent offenders in prison? I got angry. You put them there.
Yeah.
You put them there.
Yes,
you and your husband.
I read the text from you that said that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, when the debates were going on, my phone was going nuts, and it was Scott just tearing them apart.
God damn it! I'm like, my phone's getting hot.
I would even reply every now and then. LOL.
Yep. Yeah.
That's what you got to do.
Bill was like, I'm paying somewhat attention, but
And
I wanna watch this.
will somebody please call Sean Hannity so that we can get back to the bottom of this Donald Trump Iraq thing. I mean, if he said that shit one more time, I was gonna start googling Sean Hannity's phone number. Like, what's the deal, man? I'm getting to the bottom of this shit. Just so many times.
Well, and Fox News, they're not going to give you the truth anyway. So
No, I mean that's why they went as far as making
Faux
sure.
news.
Well, they went as far as making sure that they were labeled as entertainment and not news, so they could put whatever they wanted to.
absolutely.
Yep. I mean, didn't they fight to win a case in, what was it, 2007 or something? That
That
said
they didn't have to report the news.
they didn't have a responsibility to be accurate.
So we have another question coming in from Kevin about the debates, and he wants to know what our responses is to Trump saying that he's smart for not paying taxes.
Can I take this one?
Go ahead.
you
You can
could-
do it initially. Go ahead.
Taxation is theft. That is all.
Yes, yes, taxation is theft.
Donald Trump's smart for not paying taxes. Well, on one hand, he employs a couple thousand people who do pay income tax. Now, I'm not sure if he actually meant...
Allegedly.
Right. Some of them maybe... Anyway, so, I'm not sure if he meant he didn't pay income tax or he didn't pay corporate tax.
True.
Because they are two different things. And I know some... I know businesses as a whole, they try to avoid paying the corporate tax because, I mean, let's face it, their owners are paying income tax anyway, allegedly.
You know, and that's something that I hadn't really separated was his own personal financial versus his business financial. That's why hadn't
I
in
don't
my
know.
head, I always bundled the two things together, that it was just
Now,
him and his businesses, and they were all just worth the same lump
Speaking
sum
of his
money.
businesses and everything, how do you feel about the fact that if he were to take over, he doesn't want to put his business brand in a trust. He wants to hand it over to his kids and his wife.
As long as his name's not on the paperwork, I'm actually okay with it.
No, that is such a conflict of interest.
I mean, okay,
Disgustingly large.
a blind... well, everybody keeps saying a blind trust, and he's like, "Are you gonna put your stuff?" And he's like, "Yeah, my kids are gonna." That's not a blind.
That's not a blind trust.
Yes, it is. That's a blind.
Yeah.
Donald Trump, Donald, Mr. Moneyman. I think you should probably look this one up.
Call Hannity.
Yeah, Hannity's like, no!
I don't know. Giving up a business. He's not gonna give up a business. He's just not going to do it.
No. Tiny
So-
hands have a good grasp on those.
Right.
I think South Park called it, and if you're not keeping up with it,
I'm not.
you need to.
I watched one episode. I'm good.
You really should. Second episode was a little, and third episode of this season was on point.
Right.
They called it. I mean, I don't think Donald Trump really wants to be president at this point. He wants to tank it. I think
I
Well,
think he's been trying to do that for a while
Well,
now.
we had talked about that a month ago.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying they really went that route,
You
and
think maybe they got it from us?
Lisa Michael Todd jumps in and says Trump 2016.
Yikes!
Ouch. Lisa.
Go ahead, cast your votes.
I mean,
I
do
mean,
what
well,
you gotta do, but
I mean, your vote is your vote.
And
waste,
you know what?
Waste it how you wish.
Right, waste it.
I mean,
It might count
personally, to me, if there is one way that you want to just turn around and go, "I'm an idiot," it's casting for Trump. Like,
somewhere. Oh, I don't know.
Well,
And
I
you
don't
know
know
what?
if I go that
Here's
far.
the thing: if you want to say that you're an idiot, you could go ahead and cast a vote for Hillary as well.
Yeah, I mean,
Right, they're both
Yeah.
the same.
I mean, honestly, my major opinion of voting is this: local level, yeah, it kind of does something, but when you get up to the federal level, it's pretty much proven that you are. It's a consolation prize.
And the
It makes
presidential
some
election,
people feel
right?
really
And the
good
presidential
about
election,
themselves.
I see, it's all bought and paid for anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Your vote does not get. Listen, if your vote actually counted, I want you to explain to me how they can call an election with 1% of the precincts reporting, and then look at the camera and say, "Well, it's because of exit polls." Bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay? The results are there. They're known.
Yep.
Okay? The only time that the only two times a mistake has been made, the 2000 election in Florida, okay, where they initially called it for Gore.
No, it wasn't
I remember
Gore.
watching it. Okay.
That was definitely what's his face from Family Feud. That was like one of those moments. Remember where he called the fucking Miss America the wrong way? Yeah, same thing. They were like
Steve Harvey.
Gore. Yeah, he's Steve Harvey. He was the original Steve Harvey, and
Listen.
they were sitting there. It was like,
And then back back in the '60s where they called it for Dewey. I mean that one actually hit the newspapers. Dewey defeats Truman,
Yeah.
and that worked well. How do you make no mistakes besides those two?
Well,
all the way up.
here's my thing, okay? Anybody who's ever experienced anything with the federal government knows that there is nothing done in a timely manner, but yet they can wrap this all up, getting everybody's vote done in one day.
Everybody's
and,
manual
less than 12 hours.
Everybody's
And-
manual votes.
and within less than 3 hours after the polls close, they've got it all counted. Nice, beautiful set of numbers.
Yeah.
You know, California closes at 8 or 7 o'clock. Western time, and 9 o'clock. They're
declaring winners.
They're declaring winners. Exactly.
It's impossible. It's impossible. Even with high-speed internet, it's impossible.
Yeah.
So I mean, to think that your vote counts on a presidential scale, it's just silly.
Even with the Electoral College, how the hell did they have time to vote after?
That's it. The fact that's the part that really just boggles me when people don't realize that they need to vote yet.
Yeah.
So
right?
if that's the case, and they're declaring winners,
Yeah. It's
here's
already.
an idea. It's already voted.
Wait,
Oh, yeah.
So
They've already
wait,
voted.
who are the electorates, and how do you become an electorate?
I believe you can petition to be that,
Oh.
and it's based on the number of representatives and senators from that state.
I thought they just kind of did a big old circle jerk.
Well, maybe that's the part of the petition. I don't know, but
Gotcha.
but I know there are actually some representatives and senators that are electorates too.
It's probably things like the comptroller's wife and things
Right,
like that.
sure.
What the hell is a comptroller?
I don't know.
anyways?
Remember, guys, everybody out there watching, if you want to interact with us, we are live on the chat here, and we'll address you live on the air.
Yeah.
And if we offend you, well, I
If
don't
we
know.
that's your
offend
fault.
you, then up there.
Tune
at the
in next
top-
week.
Up there at the top of the screen, where all them letters and numbers are, you can type in something else. I don't
Go
know.
wherever that is.
Yeah, YouTube or something. You know.
Look for us on there, too.
WhiteHouse.com.
WhiteHouse.com.
.com.
yeah, .com.
Yeah.
Remember, it's .com.
I tried to go there recently. It's
To the White House?
Yeah, well, they say the site's coming back, but who knows?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we've definitely covered Giant Douche, but Turd Sandwich.
Turd sandwich. The more and more I learn about Giant Douche, the more and more I would. Okay, now Gary Johnson's up here. He's the guy that I'd vote for. But Trump and Hillary are down here, and they just kind of like bounce back and forth. But the more and more I learn about Donald Trump, the more Hillary gets up there. I mean, Gary Johnson's up here.
Okay.
Yeah,
Gary Johnson's up here, but Hillary. I mean. So, I mean, while Gary's still up here, these guys are kind of irrelevant down here, but
But between the two, let's say there was no third party, because
No,
I mean,
okay.
that's kind of what
Are
they've
you putting
set
a
up
gun to my head to say I have to vote?
Yeah. Let's say it came to that. Let's say it came to that. Gun to your head. Who?
vote or die, P. Diddy style.
Yeah, exactly.
Pull the trigger,
It
what
went
do you do?
real.
Here, can I give you my rationale when I do it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, Donald Trump. You know
Ooh.
what my rationale is?
Let's hear it.
Because the vice president's going to end up running the country. He's an idiot.
Okay.
Donald Trump's a moron. Vice president's running the country. I trust him more.
Well, Hillary gets elected, she dies or morphs into a lizard person or whatever, and then the vice president runs the country.
Sounds like an equal vote right there.
So Scott, gun to your head.
Gun to my head, pull the trigger.
We can't. Hillary took the guns away.
Yeah, that's so true.
So what do you got, a wiffle ball bat? Let's get started. It'll be less painful than this election.
I would
season,
say
I
if
promise.
I had to pick between the two, it would probably be Hillary Clinton. I can't in good at least
I can't
at
say
some
Donald
point-
Trump. You can't if you have to choose.
And I can't say
Yeah.
Hillary Clinton. I just
See,
can't.
you know why? The one reason, the
Can
one.
I get Bill back in there?
I mean, well, hey,
Have you seen him
comes,
lately?
He comes back with yeah, he definitely looks like he's well on his way to being the new star.
All
of
we need is
Tales
2
from the
years.
Crypt. That's all it is.
We need 2 years. That's all
2
we need.
years. No, I would go for Hillary just for the sole fact of at least she's got a small amount of history inside government. I mean, she's got a large history, but a small amount of good that she's ever done. But at the same time, she at least has her
Experience?
experience. Yes, and you've got Donald Trump who.
We tried the whole
Fuck.
no experience with Obama. 'Cause
Yeah.
the guy like voted on like 4 bills, and he was now the president for 8 years.
Present.
Yeah,
I vote present.
that's ridiculous.
Yeah, it pains me to say that though. I've never really been one to not know by this point about who I would actually vote for.
Yeah, you know
And
what?
Right now,
You're right.
I can't even be sure that I would even show. I know. Actually, I know
Well,
I won't show up. I'm not voting.
Well, I the last time was McCain. I couldn't vote. I could not vote for McCain,
Yeah,
and I wanted to. I really did.
That's a good thing you didn't, because I'm pretty sure ISIS would be a whole lot worse if you did.
Well, I mean, that was a vote for Sarah Palin anyway, but
Yeah. I can see Russia from my house. Oh my God! You know what? Another key example of why Donald Trump is trying to tank his campaign. Tell me everybody saw it when she went up there and started speaking.
Oh, Sarah Palin?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Oh God, that
How
was.
do you even?
That's comedy.
You know what that was? That was almost as painful to watch as the Corey Feldman video.
Oh.
I didn't see the Corey Feldman
Oh,
video.
you did see?
No,
okay.
no.
Corey Feldman comes out and he basically thinks himself Michael Jackson reborn.
Oh.
So, although they were friends and they knew each other, he's Michael Jackson reborn.
Okay.
So, and it was so awkward because you got guys behind them. Go Feldman, yeah Feldman. But it was the worst fucking song I have ever heard in my life.
He looks like he's like I don't know. He looks like he's a dolled up corpse.
Yeah, that's a really good way to put it.
He's just like he looks like he's dead, but he's doing moves like it's like, dude, is that your skin? Like what?
And he's kind of twitching in his dancing, but he's got the glove and everything. Yeah, just
Wow.
about as painful
I'm
as
gonna
that.
go watch that too.
So I know we've covered this, but we had a third candidate for our discussions tonight, and that was God. So religion. That's a really broad topic.
Well, I tell you what got me thinking about this. We had discussed it briefly a couple times off air, but I'm on the way up here tonight, and two young gentlemen, and they were pleasant enough. I believe they were Jehovah's Witnesses, maybe. And I'm looking at them, and I'm thinking to myself, initially, I'm thinking, don't come over here. I don't, it's a waste of my time. And then I'm thinking to myself, no, come over here so I can just blow up your beliefs. I just want to blow up your belief system right now. So they come walking over because I just stopped the car. They just come walking up. Hey, we'd like to talk to you. I go, no, you wouldn't.
Yeah,
No, you wouldn't.
Well, let's do it anyways.
Honestly, I would have taken the approach of, please tell me more, and then when they tell me something, just ask every question to poke every hole in it, and just be like, but I don't understand. How does this?
I had to be up early.
Oh yeah, yeah. Sometimes you just gotta cut to the chase.
Yeah, and
Right.
I said, you know what? I'm not gonna listen to you guys. I'm gonna hurt your feelings. You should just move on. And they did. It's like, I think they knew I was telling the truth.
I've had a couple good run-ins with your door-to-door religions, and
Good run-ins.
I've got a good one.
With shotguns,
and
or-
I would say probably the best one was I saw him coming, and there was about 6 of us at my house, and we all just decided, let's just make sure they never come back. So we all just stripped down butt-ass naked and waited for him to knock on the door, and we just opened it up. There was, 4 girls, 2 guys, and we were just all standing there.
Good
Buck
ratio.
ass naked, yeah, and they're like, and they immediately want to turn and walk away. We're like, no, like teach us your ways, and yeah, they never came back. Yeah, they just walked right the hell away, like off the block. Goodbye. Didn't see him on the block.
Now, I used to live in a predominantly poor and more of a predominantly Spanish apartment housing place when I lived in Richmond, and we used to, stay up late, and we'd sleep in, and it happened to be a Saturday. And about 10 a.m., I hear, and I'm like, what is going on? And then it gets louder, and I'm laying
Insistent
there,
bastards.
and
Yeah,
they
right.
they just kept knocking.
Jesus is at the door. Enter, come towards the light. Fuck
So-
the sleep.
I'm waking up from a dead sleep, and I get up and I'm in my boxers, and you know, as a dude, sometimes when you wake up,
Oh boy.
sometimes things are a little,
Good visual.
we'll say difficult or hard, if you will. Sometimes they're a little difficult or hard in the morning. The fuck is that? Okay. Anyhow, a little difficult or hard in the morning. Well, I shouldn't say little. A lot of difficult.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. I'll
Okay.
move the story along.
Yeah, please.
Okay.
Thanks, Trump.
So I'm getting up and I'm walking over and I look through the peephole and it's two little Spanish ladies standing there.
Huh.
And I open the door and they've got Jesus things and they start speaking to me in Spanish and I'm just like,
Jesus.
what? The pamphlets.
Oh, okay,
Just
okay.
I can see him radiating off the pamphlet. like
There was a candle he's radiating on that
and
too.
they start speaking Spanish. I'm just what? And they're like, oh, what? And like I just couldn't. I was so pissed off. Like at this point, you don't get the hint. I'm standing there. I'm in my boxers. I just woke up, if you will, and nobody
They were
ever came
staring?
back. Nobody ever came back.
Yeah. I'm not sure what's going on here. I think there's a chance that we might be frozen on our live stream over here.
It was good. Did something happen with our internet? Our
Doesn't-
internets.
Doesn't look like it. Seems like it's fine.
All right. Well, this is what we'll do. We'll give it a retry. Oh man.
Yeah. So I think that's the episode.
We only got what? Half an hour under us?
Yeah.
Alright, well, we can always do it again right this second. I mean, we're still recording. So while we
Yeah.
get the live stream back, I'm recording this right now. Sorry for our live viewers. As I repair our stream and get us back going, maybe make sure that other internet resources haven't been gobbled up.
It's good. Nobody's here.
Could not access the specified stream key because
Yay.
continues.
Good.
Quick repair.
And I guess we have fixed it, and
We are back. So let's go ahead and get some of the shares out to make sure that our audience finds us again. Unfortunately, that just happened. So
yep, we just had a little bit of technical difficulty here. Sorry for our viewers. We're gonna do a quick share out. So one thing I want to remind you guys about God. If you were God, imagine all of the wonderful things that you would do for the world. I mean, especially Africa. Imagine the shit that you could do for Africa alone.
right.
Okay? Like all the shit that you could just do and, you know, cure all the AIDS and all that. And then ask yourself, why hasn't your God done that yet?
That's pretty deep.
Ooh, that definitely is. Yeah, but you know what? It raises a really good question.
Well,
like,
and you know what they'll say is, well, free will. You can't mess with free will. Well, what do you mean?
I don't see where that's in a rule book.
Yeah, because he made the universe. He made free will. Why can't he fuck with it? I don't understand.
true.
Maybe
I mean,
not.
that's a really good point. Welcome back, everybody. I see that you guys have quickly jumped back to what was going on. Sorry that we had some technical difficulties. Welcome back again. So we're talking about religion and basically just the hilarious notion of a god.
Well,
An omniscient God.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
we just want to make sure that everybody understands that your God has forsaken you. Okay,
Yeah,
he's
that's a
not
good way to
coming
put it.
back.
Yeah.
He's not coming back. And as we drop viewers like flies,
Well, so here's the thing with a God, with an omniscient God. People need to believe it. They need to believe in something higher. And you know what? If you need to, on one hand, I say good for you. You go ahead, believe what you need. Don't ever think about pushing it on me.
Thank you. I agree with that.
and I think that when it comes to religion, some religions have very aggressive recruiting policies, like Scientology. Like their recruiting policy is so aggressive that they just, and then like
if you have money, they want you.
yeah, and they have all these kind of weird rules. Like if you've ever had psychiatric treatment, like if you've ever been to a shrink, they don't want you. Like they want people who are easy to.
Don't they work
mold.
on metachlorians? Or no, that's Star Wars. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, that's the Force.
It's close,
It's
though.
pretty close to that. It's kind of a scary scheme. That's the best way I could put it. It's a money scheme.
It is,
And
and that's why they want the people who have
Yeah,
no psychiatric
that's why
problems.
it's the rich people's religion. Is
Right.
because it is a money marketing scheme. I mean, they're the ones that turn around and, you can find, a Bible. Not that I think that this is fair, but you can find a Bible just about anywhere for free, like hotel rooms, shit like that.
Oh yeah,
Don't
the
take it,
Gideons. No. You want to take the Bibles because
Why?
it gives the Gideons something to do.
Yeah,
Are
absolutely.
they looking for something?
No,
to do?
Listen,
they.
can I tell
they-
you something?
They
In a
love to
pinch-
put Bibles places. It gives them something to do.
I
Keeps them
can't tell
busy.
you how many times I've been in a hotel room and in a pinch, good rolling paper.
Hey,
So-
idle hands are the. Idle hands are the devil's toolbox, apparently. So
I
if
guess.
you
That's
keep
why
them
I
Gideons
masturbate.
busy with Bibles in their
That's why I
hands,
masturbate.
hey, every time you masturbate, God kills a kitten.
You know
What?
You never heard that?
No, I never heard that.
But every time you kill a kitten,
No.
God masturbates. So
Yeah, so it just circle of life, man. There's a lot of masturbating in the circle of life.
Wow.
it's
I've
just
got to
big
get up
cir-
on my.
the circle jerk of life.
Yes. Oh, the fuck barrel.
Wow.
So, anyways, do you think that, without going into getting us all hated, do you think there's any more absurd religions than others?
Absurd? Well.
Scientology, of course.
I-
mean,
What's your feel on Pastafarianism?
I don't know. Do you mean Rastafarianism?
Little
No,
pasta.
Pastafarianism.
I don't know what that is.
That
do
is the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster.
Oh, yeah,
That is-
yeah.
That is a very true thing. Okay, people have actually petitioned and gotten driver's license with colanders on their head.
Because they say it's part of their religion.
Yep.
Wow.
What do you feel about a religion like that?
I don't know what they stand for.
They-
Who's their leader?
The Flying Spaghetti Monster.
Take me to your leader.
Take me to your leader.
You know, kind of like the Catholics have the Pope. Evangelicals have like an archbishop or
I
something.
don't know, Ratatouille?
I would.
I like them out.
I think it's actually Emeril Lagasse.
Emerald.
Bam! Or is that kick it up a notch?
Bam!
One of them
No,
is John
you're right.
Elway. One of
Yeah,
them's
that was both.
or John. One of them's
Not John
Madden.
Elway.
John Madden.
That's
Whatever.
right.
I don't know
Oh,
my
yeah.
sports.
I see this.
There's sports and real
It
good
was-
out there.
Good football players play good football.
That's John Madden. Very good.
Shit. Okay, but there.
Okay, let's talk about Satan. Let's
Yeah,
talk about
let's
the
do
concept of Satan. Okay.
Let's do it.
So there's
Satan.
this angel, and God, I guess, got angry with the angel. All powerful God. He's still, he's still not the master of his own anger. An angel got under his skin apparently. So he went over the angel and he was like, "Yo, you're a dick, get out!" And he kicked him out. And this angel falls to earth and falls down into hell, which is thousands of miles below us. You just go down straight.
out. Straight
I-
out.
Now scientists
I
haven't.
have a problem with the whole science thing there.
Scientists haven't found it. No, this was written before people really had science and people
Oh,
were
okay.
stupid.
Right. Oh,
But yeah, somehow there's hell, and it's down there. It's,
Yeah,
it's,
there. It's
it's
right down there.
Okay.
Past the
but-
crab people.
But you have this guy that did what God didn't like, and then he says you're going to hell, and Satan's like, fine, I'll create this fire and brimstone hell place.
Well,
Like, he's
that's
like,
good.
I am angry, and this is what I
That
would
was the
do.
smart guy who knew about the whole core mantle thing. Maybe.
Well, see, like, here's my question.
well,
okay, if here's-
volcanoes, that has to be where the whole concept of hell
Yeah.
and the fire.
Well, why
But
were you-
what
why
were you
were you
saying?
throwing
Okay, so
somebody in a
here's
volcano?
my thing. Okay, like, when was the last time somebody got kicked out of somewhere and just were like, okay, this is where I gotta live now, and they're just like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna fuck this whole place up. I'm gonna start fires.
Now,
Israel.
but according to
happened in Israel.
but according to Dante, it gets colder as you go down.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's kind of what he depicts.
Okay, here's another question though. Okay, so if God,
Well-
omnipotent,
Well-
he's turned around and the angels had no free will. You know, that was a gift given to man. Then would not God have created Lucifer specifically to spite him?
I think God likes drama. But anyways, okay, so you got this guy down there, and he didn't do what God likes. So God then sends everybody that he doesn't like down to
doesn't
be
like.
punished by this guy that's somehow doing God a favor for punishing you for doing the things that he likes for you to do.
I think you're way overthinking that one, but okay.
No. Okay, if hell is a punishment and
Okay.
the devil is punishing you, why is the devil punishing you for doing things that he likes but God doesn't?
Oh, okay.
Why would he
that's
be
not very
doing? Why would
overthinking
he
at
be
all.
doing this service for God?
Okay, now,
Yeah.
are you starting your own church?
Well, no,
I'm
it's a
going.
good question because you know when was the last time somebody did something shitty to you and you were like, you know what, that's great, but I'm gonna go do stuff on their behalf. Like, but you know they want me to do this and
But I have
yeah,
told
they
him to go
really
to hell.
fundamentally sucked. They told me to go to hell and and you know why would yeah I agree. Why the hell would you continue to do their bidding?
But it's just so God doesn't like the bad stuff, so he sends you to hell for punishment to the guy who made you do the bad stuff, and he's gonna punish you for doing what
He likes.
What he likes.
What
Just
if
to see you suffer.
what if God and Satan are just handles on a really big video game and like this is just other creatures?
Okay,
playing
well
Risk?
here let me spin it for you like this. Okay, as a rapper once proposed to me through song. He didn't propose to me, but he proposed an
gonna say,
idea
yeah.
through song. And what if
God, how are you so
what if
simple?
you had heaven and hell, but they were vice versa? What if heaven was really hell and hell was really heaven? So you
Well, that
go
sounds
to hell.
almost as stupid as the heaven is heaven,
well,
hell is hell.
Well, here's my thing.
Would you
though.
go to hell for doing fun shit, like all
Yeah.
the fun shit, like having sex and having
Because they
sex?
can't control you.
and-
Well,
That's
well,
the good stuff.
well, yeah, but if hell is where all the vices are, why the hell wouldn't you want to be there?
Yeah, why would you want to go to heaven with all the prudes? That sounds like hell to me.
Yeah, right. Like, what am I supposed to do all day? Sit up there and play bridge?
Except for the global warming thing.
I mean, what if we've all been duped for the opposite?
Yeah.
That's a very good question. Write the Pope.
Well, he's the biggest sham of them all.
He's too. He doesn't even know he's a sham.
Well, I think that happens a lot with the puppets, but
He still believes it.
well, I mean, a
Does
lot
he?
of people,
Well, he's like
yeah.
900 years old. Like
Here's
with
my
this one.
question. All right. Now, there's a lot of people out there, especially people who speak the word, who say,
Perfect.
God has touched me. God spoke to me. Like,
God touched you.
did he? But
Show me on the doll where God touched you.
yeah, like what did he say? Like did he speak in English? Was it just like a language that you barely understood, but somehow in a fundamental core level, like a spiritual level, you understood it? Like,
Well,
What
there's
is
Joseph
that?
Smith. Mormonism.
Oh.
The guy who said he talked to God and God was like, you can do it.
you
You can
do it all
interpret
night long.
You can interpret the word of God. You just have to go find these magical seer stones and these tablets that are actually right down the street from your house. But you can't show them to anybody.
Yeah.
And you're to interpret my word. And what was it?
I mean,
that,
it's-
that Native Americans came from Africa and all kinds of crazy stuff.
And
Or
the whole concept of a religion, and you have somebody in charge. It's just a big show
Joseph's-
to put somebody under your thumb.
Well, think about it like this: Joseph Smith, convicted con man. I mean,
Absolutely.
he was convicted because he told some guy that he could find silver under his house by putting some stone in his hat and walking around. And they said,
It's a
and the
magnet.
guy paid him, and then the dude went to jail because he didn't find any silver. Well, you got Scientology. It was written by L. Ron Hubbard, and this guy wrote more science fiction than any other
Battlefield
writer
Earth.
ever on Earth.
I read Dianetics.
Yeah, I read Battlefield Earth. That was a 2,800 page
Wow.
marathon. Yeah, it was like halfway.
The movie was much. No, it wasn't. Forget
No,
it.
no, the movie was horrible. That was John Travolta. They were like, "Oh, we got John Travolta. We should do a movie."
Right.
Like, which one should we do? Well, let's do the first 200 pages of Battlefield Earth. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know how that was a great idea.
Yeah. Let's just do 200 pages of a 2,800 page book, and we'll just call it done. Fail.
Epic.
All
Did
of
you know that Scientology is like one of the biggest real estate holders in California?
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
it's not that.
Or maybe
shocking.
it's just Los Angeles, but they own a lot of real estate. Something about they have in order to keep their nonprofit status, they can't sit on money, so they have to like continuously spend the money that they con off of. I mean, that they
collect.
get, that they collect from unsuspecting smucks. I mean, people.
And
people,
and they're still considered a major religion, so they don't pay taxes, correct?
Yeah, what was it? One of the countries took away their religious status and called them like a scam of a company or something. They called them like a business.
Oh, I thought that was about Christianity.
No,
No, they didn't make that one yet.
No, but that's
on the,
coming
on the
soon.
table. Okay,
Yeah, it's
on the
coming
table.
soon.
Okay.
Christianity. Yeah, that's.
I
that's-
I blame Scientology for Chef leaving South Park.
Oh, yeah.
Agreed.
Did he make that comment or something like that?
Well, they made the show and then the episode
Poor
about
Isaac Hayes.
about Scientology, and then Isaac Hayes said that it was nasty, and they went after him, and then Matt Stone and Trey Parker were like, "Well, he was there when all those times we made fun of Christians and Jews and Buddhists and everybody else, and he didn't say a word. So what's
What's the problem there?
the issue?"
So guys,
And you have, I mean, these religions. It's okay if it's your belief, and we fight to the death for our belief, but what? Why? What makes you so goddamn smart? I mean, I don't get it. I don't get the contrary nature of these religions, or is that any one is better than the other one? What?
yeah.
What? Are you a moron?
Anything you can do, I can do
No.
better.
If
And then you
God
have the
was
building blocks.
Yeah.
if God was gonna bless any country, if he could pick any country to bless, why would
Burma.
he pick the United? Why would he pick the United States?
Guam.
It's not a country, is it?
Georgia.
Georgia.
Oh. Georgia?
No, I'm just saying.
Oh,
Georgia has
yeah.
nothing to do with Guam. I don't know. Where
I
it
was
is.
Guam?
But
American Samoa?
yeah,
It's
that's
Fiji.
right there.
Fiji.
God bless Fiji.
Fiji. God
I-
bless Fiji.
So
That's what we should go with.
anyways, now that we've kind of really gone full circle there and
Eliminated God from the
yeah,
conversation.
yeah, God, no. Anyways,
Well, we didn't cover the one religion that's the biggest one in America is the worshiping of the government and the flag.
oh yeah, statism.
Yeah, statism.
Well, and not to mention the separation of church and state, which is supposed to be.
Oh,
I
Well,
mean,
that's a
the funny
joke.
thing is when I went to court, they made me put my hand on a Bible.
Right.
Yeah.
How
that's
is that
really
even still
separated.
a practice? 300 years later.
Okay, and to go with and,
Like,
and
can I
to
put my
kinda-
hand on this fish?
and it
like
kinda-
I myself,
Seafood fan?
no, I just
It's
I
about
was-
a,
well,
it's
to
about a useful.
back what Carlin said. They make you put your left hand on the Bible and raise your right hand. Well, what would happen if you put your right hand on the Bible and raise your left
You
hand?
might burst into
God
flames.
doesn't count that. You used the wrong hands. You think he's really concerned about that?
I don't know. There's no answer to that.
And then you have the whole quandary of gay sex. You're okay.
Well, that's
so
interesting.
So God gave you your holes, and you're supposed to use these holes. The way that He intended. He made the entire universe, the unfathomable amount of stars, galaxies, universes, the billions and trillions and gazillions of planets, and just the vast amount of just shit out there. And, God's got you on the tip of His fingernail, staring at your butthole, making sure you're not using it wrong.
God's got a lot of time. He ran out of People magazine a long time ago, and now he is really concerned on buttholes. Like, he wasn't back in the day, with Rome and
Where they actually did that on a normal basis.
where Christianity had no problem with butthole sex all the time between.
They just
two
left
men
it between them and
Yeah,
them.
you know what? That was common practice, and nowadays it's like, ooh, no, you know what? Actually, God phoned in, and he says buttholes off limits.
Yeah, he said, I created that butthole, and I just don't like how you're
I would
using
like
it.
you. It's for pooping, silly.
Or like those three little kids over in like France. They got the message from God saying no buttholes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe
no,
it came in.
no. You know what, guys? Use your buttholes how you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
I
really
poop
think
with mine.
anybody's controlling it except you.
Yeah. So, anyways, guys. Random side switch to a new topic: chemtrails.
Chemtrails.
Chemtrails. Let's go to chemtrails. So, let's discuss this.
I'm not on one side or the other. I think that there's good evidence to support that there could be chemical spraying, and there's good evidence to support that they're full of shit.
Really? I want to hear the full of shit because I'm
Yeah.
all for the fact that they are doing it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Um,
For years.
Well, just kind of the way condensation works.
Huh.
I think a lot of what people point out and think are chemtrails are really contrails. Now, let's say chemtrails are real. I'm willing to believe that they are, and I've seen the videos where they say they're putting stuff in our atmosphere, and I even saw a video where a lady called the scientists from some mission that they did recently, and she was asking about. She watched the video, and they said that there was a payload of lithium that they were dispersing. And she was asking why the lithium, and the scientist was like, well, we try to be open with everything. I don't have that in front of me, but we try to be honest with the public because we are publicly funded. And she's like, yeah, but I want to know, well, what about the lithium? Why the lithium? She was like, that wasn't listed on anything. The only time I heard it was in the video when they said payload lithium. Like, what is that for?
Yeah.
Why did that go into our atmosphere?
And I mean, lithium.
Lithium is a mood suppressant.
Yeah.
It's like it makes you calm and
Yep. It's given to a lot of people with bipolar.
And it's pretty much the same as the fluoride in toothpaste or the fluoride in
yeah.
anything.
Fluoride in your water.
It's to control you.
Yep.
It's an attempt to control.
Well, they want to
thought.
control
Hitler.
everything.
Hitler was the first person to fluoridate water, and he noted that it made the people in his concentration camps really docile and less combative.
Right, and the lack of food will do that also.
Well, yeah.
So here's my question: do we all three have well water?
I have
yes.
well water.
Yeah, maybe connection.
I wasn't raised on city water. Fortunately, I was just outside of where they had the city where I was growing up. Now, I did live in the city for a bit. I didn't drink much of the water, and I drink mostly soda. So I think that water goes through a reverse osmosis process. So
And you drink Coca-Cola, so that burns any of that fluoride right the hell out.
yeah,
Absolutely.
That's acid.
which is probably worse for me than the fluoride.
Oh God,
really.
Well,
I'm
but
scared
at
to
least
see
you have
what
free
your
will.
digestive
Yeah,
tract is
yeah.
like.
At least my pineal gland isn't calcified.
That, that,
Scott dropping some science on us.
absolutely. So we're kind of coming to
Well, before you get there, the pineal gland is calcified by the fluoride or the sodium fluoride that's in the water. It's scientifically proven. Now, in reptiles, some reptiles have the pineal gland, and it actually has a retina and a lens. But
Third eye.
even though it's in their brain, it's like the third eye.
Third eye,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's the third eye. So if reptiles have the same gland that we do, but theirs is more developed, or maybe ours has been developed over time, not developed, but
right.
undeveloped, whatever.
de-evolutioned.
De-evolved over time.
There you go.
But
De-evolved.
but the
That's a
pineal
good-
gland is very important for cognition and just overall rational thought, making good, well thought out
Educated.
decisions. Yeah. So I could be talking completely out of my ass right now, but all that shit sounds right.
So anyways, as Scott just kind of left you on a whim of confusion, why don't we get Bill's final thought of the night?
The government as a whole is a huge waste of time and money. I saw it this weekend in Washington D.C. The amount of money that went into that city to make themselves look important, it's heartbreaking. It really is.
Do they still have all the scaffolding around the
No,
Capitol?
that's all done now.
Oh,
That's millions and billions of our dollars well spent. It looked pretty.
Oh,
great. I had some great pictures of it.
That's good.
Yeah, I can't go in it because that would allow me to actually talk to the people who control me. And no, so I can't do that. Can't go into the White House because he controls me too. So well, hey, you know where I stand on that.
What about you, Scott?
My final thought would be, if you have to wait for a waiter, do you not become the waiter?
Ooh. And then mine would have to be, guys, at the end of the day, I think that religion in its whole is the outcome of a drunk man staring at a wall.
Oh, okay. Let me redo my final thought. Religion was invented when the first con man met the first fool.
Ooh, I like that.
I do like that. All right, guys. Well, on that note, we're going to go ahead and be out for the rest of the night. We will see you next Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And don't forget, everybody, a new project coming at the beginning of November from the Freedom Paradox, live on LRN.FM. So, as always, I am Matthew Taylor of the Freedom Paradox.
I am Scott Marshall of the Earth Accountability Project.
And I'm Bill Godin.
And that's
of the Broncos.
all. Bill Godin of the Broncos fan club, apparently. Good night, you guys.